Okay. I just want to try to get into this and get out of it as fast as I can without going into some sort of a rant. So this is the weirdness that I was referring to yesterday that I didn't want to get into then. But I'm going to get into it because it didn't end yesterday. All right, so the story begins with a terrible night's sleep on Monday. I was just in one of those restless sort of instances and I just couldn't really get any sleep. I thought that I could just kind of start to close my eyes at like 5 or 6. But then I was awoken by a sound. And the rest of the day was just sort of this twilight of a Tuesday. I wasn't exactly awake, but I wasn't exactly dead tired. But just like today, I was making mistakes. I was forgetting things. Things would just sort of escape my memory type stuff. And I only say that was happening today because right now I'm re-recording this actually because I had done an entirety of this recording but without my sound system on. So even though this microphone shows me a little red dot that tells me that it's on, it was not actually recording any sound. So I have an entire recording of me doing gestures and there is no sound. So, Tuesday was weird, and then when we go to sit down to have some dinner, you know, generally that's when normalcy sort of sits in. Sit down, we have dinner, and then we just sort of have the PBS NewsHour on in the background as kind of like white noise sort of thing. But today, I walk in there, and the room is silent. And I thought to myself, that's not right. Maybe the TV's off, you know, like the TV's having a little malfunction sort of thing. So I go in there and the TV screen is blue. And so I definitely think that there's some sort of thing wrong with the TV. But my mom says that the TV's fine. The program, though, switched over from its last program to this blue screen. And so I was like, uh-oh, that's not right. And it just sort of did that for a while. Then the NewsHour attempted to come on at one point, and then it went back to blue screen, and then it was kind of like that for a little while longer. Then when it finally did flash on, it was actually Friday's episode. And so I was like, that's so strange. Finished dinner, came back out here, and then I sort of eluded that to you all yesterday. But I didn't want to get into it then. I was, again, still tired from not sleep and perpetuated not sleep. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to bed, have a nice little reset, and continue on from there. That didn't happen. And then the roofers came and they repeated their whole shtick. So I kicked off this entire circus of weird with just one terrible night's sleep. And the universe decided to throw a whole bunch of stuff to just sort of perpetuate that. It's not the roofer's fault that, you know, they're making noise and waking me up. They're just doing what they were hired to do. And they're actually doing it quite diligently and relatively fast. So, you know, it's not on them. But it's wild how you have just one bad moment and there's just all these little things that just kind of poke and prod at it to just kind of keep it going. Ugh. So anyways, I hope that all of this finally gets its reset and we can move on with tomorrow as whatever tomorrow is going to be. But if it doesn't reset by Friday, then something is wrong. And it might even be wrong cosmically. So that's the weird.